You called me several times upon getting the news, the sad news that I was narrowly, or I had just survived assassination by the grace of God in my community. Right Honorable Leader of Opposition and fellow citizens had only gone to my community to body, just like we always respond to community, to empathize and condone with the bereaved family. So after condoning and empathizing with the bereaved family, I went and checked on my aunt. After checking on my aunt on my way, I had another aunt that had lost a son who had drowned in a lake. So I wanted to, during the festive season, so I wanted to condone and empathize with her too. So as together with my three political assistants, one that is based in Kampala and two that is the two that are based in Kasese in the Bukonzo County West. They're here with us, Right Honorable Leader of Opposition, as indicated. Then somebody at a breakneck speed on a border drove just right ahead near my window because I was the one driving. And then said, Honorable, I have a message that you have to pay attention to. And this is urgent because it's something that concerns your life. So I wondered what it was. So I lowered the window. And then this individual said, Honorable Katusabe, there is a plan in about 10 or 20 minutes time to assassinate you. And what they want to use as a justification for that assassination is that they will claim and tell the world that you resisted arrest and you tried to you grabbed the gun from one of the army officers or police officers in the operation, and they had no option but to shoot you. So I come from Kasese. We have a sword. We have never recovered. Everybody, or a lot of people that die to gun wounds or assassinations, like the rest of history, there's always a claim by government that our people try to either grab a gun or disarm army officers, and that's the reason why so this was a plot. So I said, okay, thank you, and then I asked him whether the border was his, and he said, no, I had just, because of the love, the community, and the adoration that you have in the community, I had to pay 2,000 shillings. I pulled a 10,000 knot and then gave it to the man that I gave the rescuing message. So I continued to drive. So when I got to Karakomiza in Karambi Sub-County, the training center, my constituents stopped me. They went in just right ahead and insisted that I greet them. So I indicated to them that it was already late. I had to leave. Maybe I'll come back. So when I entered into the car, immediately I entered into the car and started the car, moved about maybe 2 meters. My car was surrounded by army and then police. So the thing that I did was to immediately pull out my parliamentary card. I didn't even ask who they were. I didn't even ask for such warrant or warrant of arrest from them like it happens in any civilized society. I just said, sir, telling the commander, this is me, I'm Atkins Katusabe, and I'm a member of parliament here. As soon as I mentioned that, I was put on gunpoint with a gun to my head and another gun to my chest. So my political assistants were already seated on the ground. So they said, sit down. They were using Swahili word, catch it. I said, I'm a member of parliament, please. I'm Katusabe, a member of parliament of this community. We don't care. And then the command of the operation was saying, you will not be the first MP to arrest, for us police to arrest. And that's very true, fellow citizens. We've seen our opposition leaders, our fellow colleagues rounded up violently, wrapped up, and dehumanized. That was not really news. But the B part of it was the same commander said, you will not be the only MP, the first MP for us to kill, for police to kill. I got really shocked because I have no idea. It didn't occur to me that police was responsible for killing MPs. So while we were into, I was on gunpoint with a head to my head, with a gun on my head, one gun on my head, another one on my chest. To my chest, I was forced to sit down. Naturally, of course, before my constituents, I thought that was extremely dehumanizing before the people that called me the leader. So I struggled. I said, really? Even after identifying, this guy came and forced me to sit on the ground. I removed my shoes and threw them away. One gun, two, my head, another one. And I knew, okay, after all, the Good Samaritan had already allotted me the mission was that they will arrest me and then claim that they will assassinate me and then claim that I grabbed a gun from one of them. So the four, because there were about a 10 to maybe 8 to between 8, I can't really be sure, 8 to 10 or 15 armed men from police and army, I believe. When it was just right in the soil, and everybody, my constituents are in tears and crying, looking at the level of dehumanization and humiliation of their leader, they went into the car, claiming the driver was in the car. And I said, there is no driver in the car. You pulled me out of my car. I was the one driving. So you can't claim that you're looking for the driver. I was the one. I'm the one that was driving. So the four of them went into the car. Anyway, I went ahead, got into the car, turned things around, and I had given my Kampala political assistant that as I moved greeting my community, wrapped this money into, the money was in a white envelope, but he erupted into a jacket with him all the time, including the burial time. So he had left the money into the car because he wasn't really sure what would happen because they were gonna make maybe body searches, and he didn't really want like I would like have said. But why did you get out of the car with the money? Yet you knew that we were gonna be put at gunpoint. So when they got into the car, they came back, and then continued with their insults, and then the commander received a call. He kept on receiving calls. The first call were DC, RPC, then DPC. Then finally, they got a call from the OC, Mr. Ayesga, OC Wera Station, Mr. Ayesga Joseph. And then the commander said, can you talk to this person? I struggled a little bit. Should I really talk or speak with somebody that has taken me through all of this humiliation and dehumanization? But my inner man was telling me, you can't identify these people. Maybe this is the only choice because they're putting on, jackets, police jackets and military jackets. This is the only opportunity you have to get to know who it is that could have deployed them to undertake or execute this assassination attempt. So when I picked the phone, I got the call and I say, this is OC. He said, this is OC Wera Station, Ayesga. Honorable, how are you? I said, you can address me as honorable. I just say, you can't call me honorable when you deploy people to come and assassinate me, to put me on gunpoint, to humiliate me, dehumanize me, forcefully sit me on the ground in full view, or when my constituents or the people that are leading looking. But I told him, this is a country governed by laws, anchored on the rule of law. And I told Mr. Yesiga and the commander that while you wanted to assassinate me and you've humiliated me and dehumanized me, but this is something that I'm not really going to take lightly. you will be held to account. And the person who sent you, who assigned you this assassination, will not help you or will not save you. So yesterday I had a meeting with Right Honorable, and we've just been having a meeting with her, Right Honorable Lop. I had another meeting with the Speaker over the same. I've authored a protest letter seeking immediate action, copied to the President up to everybody in security, all officers in Uganda, seeking immediate action. And I'm happy, Right Honorable Lop, that you have anchored and strengthened my prayers and telling the world that it can't be business as usual. Here we are telling everybody that we don't know who killed Afande Kawese. We're telling everybody who cares to listen that we don't know who killed Honorable Bariga, Afande Kirumira, our dear sheikhs, my honorable sister, Principal Prosecutor Jawan Kigeze. We're telling everybody the killers are still unknown. But here we are with the people in police that were assigned to assassinate an MP. I was in IGP's office yesterday. When they called them, they're still in office. Somebody who robs at gunpoint. That's aggravated robbery. Somebody who wanted to take out or take the life of an MP, to kill, to assassinate, is still in office. So how else are you going to convince that government is not responsible for the death of innocent lives?